Hey, welcome to the Throttle the Floor podcast. I'm your host, Will Earnest, here today with my co-host, Evan Sager, and my guest here, Bernardo Mendez.
How you doing?
What's up, guys?
We both live in the hood. Yeah. So, got a pretty packed show here today. I want to start off here. ESPN's kind of relaunching their 50 States in 50 Days cross-country trip from back 20 years ago in 2005. Two notable stops. Tennessee's stop is gonna be at Bristol for the Speedway Classic between the Braves and the Reds, and then Delaware's stop is gonna be actually at the Dover race. Morning of the race.
That makes sense though, considering there's not much in Dover besides maybe Delaware football team. But I mean, other than that, there's not much there.
Yeah.
The Braves and the Reds. That's gonna be something.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it good, but it's something, all right.
All right. Yeah,
Hey,
me and my girlfriend are probably not going to be having
Hey,
fun.
talk to me when you're number one in the division.
Cubbies. We're still better
Cubs,
than the Braves.
go.
Last I checked, they were like 10 games under 500. So.
There you go, Cubs, go.
And my team won the bowl.
All right, back on track. Let's talk about NASCAR, people. Let's do what they came to see.
All right, whatever. Brendan Poole will drive the 44 in Cup this weekend at Pocono. It's his first start in about a year and a half since the fall of 23 at Vegas, and it's his 43rd career Cup start.
Brendan Poole does not deserve a ride. Hot take.
It's also the only open car this weekend.
That I'm not surprised about. I feel like Brendan Poole has had some good luck and bad luck. I mean, when DC Solar got, exonerated, I mean, Brendan Poole lost a lot. I mean, he hasn't been in NASCAR, like you said, a year and a half. And I mean,
DC Solar almost wiped out Ross Chastain, so.
And Kyle Larson.
Yeah.
So, I mean, put into perspective, DC Solar almost ended two major people in the NASCAR Cup Series career.
Yeah.
Just to put it in perspective.
Also, grandstand tickets for the Iowa race on August 3rd have officially sold out as of today. The second year of this race, and the second year that I'll be there because I was there last year, and you guys won't be.
Hey, it's Iowa. We're race car people.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Considering, because isn't IndyCar racing on the same weekend too?
Nope.
Oh,
IndyCar races the weekend of the Truckers Jamboree, so that's gonna be rough. Because now we got the Truckers Jamboree up at the truck stop where I work. That's when IndyCar's in town too. So everybody's going to be heading to that. So it's going to be absolute hell. I'm probably going to be working like 5 days in a row anyways. But
enjoy.
So NASCAR was in Mexico City this weekend. It was the first international race in almost 70 years. And even for Xfinity, it was the first time they had been there since 2008. But once again, my girlfriend Haley, she just kind of whooped our ass.
Literally.
Yeah.
Little SVG belt ass.
Yes. But he won by like 16-something seconds, which was the largest margin of victory since like 2009.
Yeah, it was 2009 Kurt Busch at Texas.
Yeah.
Them holding it in Mexico is actually bringing a lot more fans though too.
Yeah, well, most of the I think it was like 90% of the fans were from Mexico, I think. So.
Yeah.
But we'll see if they end up going to Montreal. But the interesting thing with that is when NASCAR wanted to go to Montreal, up in Canada, that when that fell through, Iowa was the backup option. But when I read the Jansky article of the Iowa race, the grandstand selling out, Iowa Corn, which is the entitlement sponsor, they signed a multi-year deal. So.
Which that I kind of expected, considering that track is a lot of people, because there's not one in Missouri, or not. I guess there's one in Missouri, but Kansas side. Not one in Minnesota, not one in Nebraska. So it brings in a lot of fan bases from the Midwest, because there's Kansas and then you got Chicago.
And Gateway.
And Gateway.
And you have to travel just to get to the place.
And Indianapolis.
I wouldn't count Indianapolis as the Midwest. That's more of the Ohio Valley. But we're not getting that debate.
Whatever.
But as I was saying, it brings a lot of people from Wisconsin, too. I mean, yes, it's a drive, but it's probably closer than some of these races.
Yeah. It just depends. So, anyways, our picks were kind of up and down throughout the race. But, of course, Haley picked SVG, who dominated and won the race. Zach, I just picked him for McDowell because when you listed off your like 5 picks, I just picked the next one who hadn't been picked yet, which was McDowell, and that's who Zach got. But it ended up being 5th, which was not only McDowell's best finish of the year, but it's actually tied for Zach's best finish of the year with Larson at Martinsville.
Which is kind of crazy to think about.
That is very crazy, since like basically the rest of us have wins. But Colin at Dairy Queen, he's another one of my friends that I talked to at work. He picked Ty Gibbs, who had a very strong car and could have pulled off a win over SVG, but ended up getting bit by that caution and ended up 11th. Because after he got bit by that caution, he just went nowhere.
Yeah, I think his final position was 11th overall.
Yeah. So, me and one of my other coworkers, Ethan, we picked Suarez. He led for like not even a lap, and then Ty Gibbs took the lead back. But
Yeah.
Suarez just ended up like 19th. But I mean, he won the Xfinity race on Saturday, so
That was pretty cool to see. I mean, for him to live in his home country in the first inaugural race since 2008 for his Xfinity Series.
yeah, last to first in a backup car.
Yeah, I will say that was a very good card.
Yeah.
What's funny though, I think if this was not in Mexico, Taylor Gray would have wrecked him.
Yeah.
I've seen some comments saying from some of the Mexican fan bases they would have the cartel coming after him after that race.
Yeah, I've heard about that. But you picked Allmendinger, who ended up 13th, even after that contact and that wreck that started with Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch just died.
Yeah.
My placement was not that good.
Yeah. Bernardo picked Kyle Busch, ended up dead last in 37th. You got one singular point for your troubles.
It's the thought that counts.
But
I mean, Allmendinger did rebound more than I thought he would because that was a lot of contact to the rear end.
I mean, yeah, he had a lot of damage, but
He still did pretty well. I mean, it's a road course. Not surprised. But Larson, that front end was gone.
yeah.
You can see
It's
it.
interesting with Larson, though, because, they went to work and fixed his car, but he still ended up getting the Xfinity fastest lap. And I remember Steve Letarte, discussing towards the latter stages of the race, it should be somebody who's on the lead lap that gets that. But, I mean,
It's a fast car.
Larson ran the fastest lap. I mean, rules are rules. So, and he lost the regular season championship last year by 1 point to Reddick. So,
Points a point.
points a point. And speaking of Reddick, Mason picked Reddick. He was a no-show in Mexico City. Rain or not, strategy or not. He ended up 20th.
The Toyotas were okay. I mean, obviously Bell and Ty Gibbs did very well. I mean,
Bell and Ty Gibbs were good. Briscoe got caught up in that wreck.
then
Got the free pass and then had that, like a fuel issue or something.
Yeah. Then Ryan Truex he was okay. I mean,
I saw him spin around like 3 times, I think it was, and he
Yeah.
still ended up like 23rd.
yeah, I mean, all things considered, I'll take it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's road
It wasn't
course.
going to net you any points anyways.
Yeah,
since
it's a road.
Hamlin didn't start, so.
It's a road course anyways. Hamlin does not do good at road courses.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since New Mexico was even raced for a while like that.
Did this guy just say New Mexico?
He did.
New Mexico,
Wrong kind of Mexico there, sir.
Yeah. So, the standings after Mexico City. Somehow I still lead. Now, just by 12 points over
Hey.
Evan. And then...
I'm coming.
Yeah. And then, Haley, my girlfriend, after her 3rd win in just 10 races compared to me and Evan and these full-time guys running 16, since this was the 16th race of the year, she's now 3rd in points, 125 back. Zach's 135 back. Mason's 145 back. And then you get your part-timers, including Bernardo here, with 1 singular point to his credit. But maybe he'll do better this weekend with Bell picking at Pocono.
He's been holding his top 5s and top 10s, so maybe a better strategy this year.
The person that had a good week, I feel like, was Bowman. Bowman had a really good weekend.
Oh, yeah. I thought he wouldn't have been able to finish the whole race with his back issues, but
Yeah, he pulled a Dale Earnhardt and finished the race.
I think he came home like 4th, wasn't it?
Yeah, so it was top 5.
Yeah, Chase was 3rd, yeah. So, I get how other racing series do, like, podiums or whatever, but my take is it kind of just takes away from the winner. It's like,
Yeah, there's nothing different between the two three.
yeah,
Just the height, but like no different in the sombrero or the champagne. I mean,
yeah.
I think they made a different color.
I mean, it's, in my opinion, it just takes away attention from the winner, and I mean, it's almost like participation at that point when it's like, you know, when you have one winner, it's like there's one winner and a bunch of losers, you know. If you ain't first, you're last, you know. So
Yeah, I mean, I get where they're trying to come with it. I mean, makes sense, but not great execution in my opinion.
anyways, heading to Pocono this weekend, I'm picking Ty Gibbs. He has the momentum from a third at Michigan, and then he had probably the second fastest car at Mexico City, although ended up 11th after getting bit by that caution. Hopefully his engine does not blow this year. Me and Evan have both had troublesome problems with engine failures, specifically Blaney. We've picked Blaney. You picked him at Phoenix, and I picked him at Homestead, and he blew up his engine twice. So
Blaney has been untalked about recently. I mean, just going from the beginning of the year, he's just had been up and down year. I mean, some race. I mean, it's kind of like Bowman to think about, but his has been more recent.
yeah,
The beginning of the year, the first month he was okay, but the last 4 odd so months, he's been rough.
yeah. And speaking of Blaney, Haley's picking Blaney for Pocono, which I don't know. I mean,
He did win last year.
he won last year, and his first win in 2017 was there, but I don't know. Maybe Blaney has another engine failure. We don't know.
I mean, I'm picking Hamlin, but there's some uncertainty on that with Baby Watch. But
What are you talking about? The baby's already had.
oh shit,
He's coming. You dummy.
I should know this too.
Yeah. Did you not pay attention when Ryan Truex ran the race?
Me dumb.
We literally talked about this last week.
But anywho, besides that point, Hamlin has always been great at Pocono. Pocono is his second, pretty much favorite track besides Daytona.
He's the all-time wins leader at Pocono with 7 wins. I mean, he won there in 23. He won there in 22 until he got disqualified.
Still has the trophy though.
Yeah. He probably spits on that thing every morning after he gets out of bed.
It doesn't matter him. A trophy's a trophy.
Whatever. And then Zach's picking Larson and Mason. It was kind of funny because he texted me. He's just like, "Oh, I've been really busy and I haven't had time to do a bunch of research, so I'll just pick Custer because he did good this past weekend." I was like,
Are you sure, bud? You sure?
I mean, his cup results are pretty, like, finger-licking mid, but Xfinity has, like, 6 starts, 5 top 10s, and 2 wins, and he finished 5th in a truck race, so, I mean, it's not, like, the worst pick, but
it's not the
it's
best.
still, it's an eye-raising pick, but, I mean, like, he got his first top 10 of the year in Mexico City with the 8th place finish, so, I don't know. So, we've seen crazier things. We've seen Harrison Burton win a race.
We've also seen Josh Berry win a race.
Well, that wasn't as crazy. Being at Vegas was crazy, and then I remembered he won the Xfinity race there, and it's like, that's not that crazy.
I mean, it's also a Wood Brothers car.
Yeah, but Wood Brothers has more speed now. A little bit more speed.
Not by much. A little bit. Nothing too
little bit
crazy.
faster. So, I mean, it was the first time they won in, like, back-to-back seasons since, like, I think the 80s.
Yeah.
Or, like, the Pearson days, so. Yeah. Transitioning now to IndyCar. They were actually in Gateway.
They were. Start off with the New Garden flip.
Oh yeah, that was something. I was kind of funny because I was literally watching the race. He had a 6-second lead going into turn 3. They went to full screen commercial. They come back 30 seconds later. He's upside down.
Dual flip.
Yeah.
My question is, what was the lap car doing?
Yeah. Well, I mean, Louis Foster. He was like 10th. He got a little high and he got up into the marbles and then he just lost control of his car into the wall, bent the toe link, and then he couldn't control the car. Just came down the track and New Garden, wrong place, wrong time. Even with him being the leader by 6 seconds, but
Anything can happen.
so.
You think about 2018 when Blaney was leading at Bristol and that wreck happened and he got tore up and got wrecked out.
Think about 2021 Pocono, last lap with Larson, then headed the flat left front tire, and then Bowman went on to win. So, you know.
Anything happen, no matter where you're on the track.
Penske was supposed to be dominant at Gateway, but I mean, Scott McLaughlin late in the race had some kind of mechanical problem that took him out, and then Newgarden had his flip, and Will Power had his own issues just like 50 laps into the race, and he started on pole, which that was Penske's, I believe, 700th pole across like all of their racing series. So, but and after all that, even with Penske falling out, it just ended up being Kyle Kirkwood getting his 5th career win, his 3rd win this year, his 1st win on an oval, and there's still only been 2 drivers in IndyCar to win this year, Alex Palou and Kyle Kirkwood. Which, that's the first time that 2 drivers have won the first 8 IndyCar races this year since 1980. So.
Crazy to think about.
Yep. Yeah. IndyCar's in Road America this weekend. NASCAR, of course, their tripleheader from Pocono. Trucks Friday night. Xfinity Saturday Cup on Sunday. The 5th and final race broadcast on Prime Video for this season before TNT and the in-season tournament kick off at Echo Park Speedway, which of course was Atlanta Motor Speedway. It's like when Charlotte went to Lowe's Motor Speedway back in the 2000s and then switched back to Charlotte. But that race is Saturday night, the 28th. I will be at that race, and I'll be gone that whole week prior with my girlfriend Haley. So I don't know if there's going to be an episode next week unless I'm able to somehow fit all of the podcast stuff in my bag and fit it on carry-on because I'm stuck flying on Delta. I mean, it's Delta, but it's also 10 times the cost that it would be for driving. Yeah, but it'll be my 4th race of this year and my first since Nashville at the start of the month. My flight leaves like early Sunday morning. Like, I think it leaves at like 5 o'clock in the morning or something, or maybe 6. So, most likely not an episode next week.
Yeah,
we'll find out. So, and speaking of flying. We do send prayers out to all those people that were lost in that Air India plane crash and all the other plane crashes, and we think that all the planes were able to get back from Mexico City with all those issues that were had earlier in the week, including SVG, who ended up winning the race.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, airplane troubles all over again. I mean, what can you do?
And NHRA, they're not. I said their next race was in Ohio at the end of the month. I was wrong. It's actually this weekend. They're in Virginia, and then they go to Ohio the following weekend. But yeah, they got their Virginia Nationals this weekend, which fires up on Friday, and then it'll conclude Sunday afternoon with final rounds. And the 103rd Pikes Peak Hill Climb starts on Thursday. I do like Pikes Peak. It's a very nice mountain out in Colorado. Really, a lot of mountains in Colorado are nice, and I know that.
Just the Rockies in general.
Yeah. The Rocky Mountains, not the Colorado Rockies. Ugh.
Trash.
Just like the Braves. Trash.
Just like the Reds. Trash.
Yeah, but we're not as trash. And we won the Ohio Cup for the first time in like a decade and a half. But that is all we got for this week's episode of the Throttle the Floor podcast. Make sure you tune in on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and the Throttle the Floor podcast Instagram, as well as the Chillwell Photography Instagram. And while we're at it, Bernardo's Instagram. He has his own photography Instagram.
It's Nano's photo.
Yeah. So
ITZ, just to get that clarified, because a lot of people type S instead of Z, and then
yeah. But I got my own photos to go through because I was at
Cordova.
Me and Evan were at Cordova this past weekend. They had the funny cars out there, so I got to go through those photos. But yeah, whether we tune in next week, I'll be down in Tennessee before we actually go. Me and Haley go to the Atlanta race, or it'll be 2 weeks when I get back. We'll see. But thank you all for tuning into this week's episode of the Throttle the Floor podcast. And we will see you either next week or the following week.
Toodaloo.
Adios, amigos.